process. They think you're a joke. Trust the process. Feel no hope. Trust the process. Helpless and broke. Trust the process. About to give up. No. Trust the process. I make music to empower the people. It's time to wake up. Stop acting like sheep. No need for the shepherd in the herd. I'm not the walking dead. I ain't concerned. Never influenced or even amused, so you can keep it conservative and liberal views. Beats, rhymes, rhythm, life. Second time around, I settled the score twice. First act, Son G thought was the best. Turned out he wasn't, I laid him the rest. Rolo's here now to build the foundation. Rolo verse 2, chapter 12, Revelations. My lyrical scriptures remind you of the good book.
Hey folks, how's it going? It is Rolo here, and welcome back to Rolo Runs the City, episode 9 of season 4. We are here, and we're about to close this out pretty soon. But I've been so grateful that you guys have been checking me out, checking out my YouTube, checking me out on Spotify and on Apple. I greatly do appreciate you guys, man. If you want, feel free to hit me up. Rolo Runs the City, at Rolo Runs the City on Twitter and Instagram. As well as you can check out my website, rollerrunsthecity.com. We are there as well. And we're about to go ahead and get this in, man. So our topic of discussion for today is, when it comes to food, why does our tongue get us in trouble? Man, this is some serious stuff right here. And if people really want to pay attention and actually make sure that they are moving with some sort of purpose and make sure that they're actually living with intention, they're going to understand exactly what I'm saying. Okay, so check this out. Many people have their vices, whether it be alcohol, drugs, prescription drugs, for that matter. But one vice that is hitting over 700, I'm sorry, more than that, not 700. But how about 170 million Americans is food? I mean, this is nuts right here, but this has to be said. So understand what I'm saying, right? One vice that is hitting 170 million Americans is food. And why do I say that? Over 100 million Americans are overweight, and over 70 million suffer from obesity, right? That's a little over half of our population in the United States is suffering from this crisis due to overconsumption of unhealthy diets and sedentary lifestyles. You know, do you not realize that there's about 330 million people that live in the U.S. and more than over half of our population is overweight and obese? That is nuts, man. That's definitely a health crisis, and that's definitely something that's getting us in a bad way in reference to why we're suffering from high premiums when it comes to health care, you know, things of that nature. And I'll be quite honest with you, I'm one to say that I'm grateful that I don't have to worry about those things like that, because I am covered from the VA, being the fact that I'm a veteran. But there are people that pay high premiums, I mean, regularly, just for the fact that it has nothing to really do with them, but it's because of the crisis that's happening and how often people are getting seen in these hospitals due to weight situations. And I don't mean like hurry up and wait. No, I mean like they're overweight. So I truly blame this on our tongue. And that's the only way that I could see this. I truly blame it on it, because the tongue sends those satisfying feelings to our brain, you know, telling us that, hey, this is really good. And then it's a done deal from there. You know what I'm saying? It releases that dopamine and, you know, all those chemicals that gets us high on, man, this is so incredible. I want some more of this. And it stated in a study that sugar is highly more addictive than cocaine, which is nuts, because we all consume sugar. And I'm talking about artificial sugars. You know, we all consume it. And we get in a situation where it's like, wow, we're highly addicted to something that's more addictive than an actual recreational on the street drug. I mean, that's nuts. You know what I'm saying? But this is approved by the FDA. So who's the real drug pushers? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's not forget, the stomach cannot taste. Therefore, we already know the tongue is the culprit. Man. You know what I'm saying? All the stomach wants is to be fed. All it wants is its food, and that is it. It's good to go. You know what I'm saying? But all the stomach cares about is just being fed, sending signals to the brain, letting you know that, hey, I'm hungry, or hey, I'm full. You know what I'm saying? And in actuality, the hunger feelings show up. You have to really think about, okay, am I really hungry? Drink some water. About 20 or 30 minutes pass by. If you're still no longer hungry, well, you already know mind's playing tricks on you. You know what I'm saying? In fact, most hunger and bored eating always comes from a place where, undisciplined behavior occurs. Where does it occur mostly? Watching TV, kicking it, looking at some, people just basically just eating on TV. I know it triggers something in the mind for me whenever I haven't eaten and I see somebody that's eating on television, and I'm like, damn, I'm hungry. When in reality, you're not. It's your mind playing tricks on you. And you have to understand, when you're feeling hungry like that, you're actually not hungry. Like I said, if you drink a little water and you're like, well, I'm not hungry anymore, it's actually the body that's suffering from dehydration. So you gotta understand, the moral to the story of this week's episode is to stay hydrated, exercise, eat to live, and don't live to eat, of course. You control your tongue, not the other way around. So you got to make sure that you always take accountability of what's going inside your body. I know a lot of people, what they do is they do track their stuff on applications like MyFitnessPal and things like that, just to see if they fell off the wagon or not. And the reason why they do that, I think it would be a meticulous chore to track every single thing that you eat. But I totally get it now, and I understand why people do it. People do it because they want to hold themselves not only accountable, but they're like, man, okay, where did I go wrong? Where did I mess up? Why am I gaining so much weight? Okay, so which is kind of like one of the reasons why I weigh myself every day, because it's like I know what I ate the day before, so that's the reason why my weight jumped up a little bit today, because hell, I didn't eat the most healthiest thing, and on top of that, I didn't work out yesterday, and I should have, so things like that will occur. But for the most part, like I said, I wouldn't call it a pandemic. It's not COVID, right? But it truly is a serious epidemic. I know in the United States it is, where they say people are dying from starvation and all this other stuff, and and I get that. There's a lot of hungry people that are out there, but damn, half of our nation is overweight and obese. Like, there's a much more greater crisis that's going on there. You know what I mean? So the FDA is not going to really regulate anything when it comes to product being sold. I'm well aware of that. And at some point, it's like we can't really put their feet to the fire, just because the fact that it's like, at the end of the day, nobody's shoving a damn donut stick in your mouth, or one of those tasty cakes, or French vanilla cappuccino. They're not shoving that in your mouth. You're doing it. So we have to make sure that we do the best that we can to be accountable for our own actions and do what needs to get done. And when you're listening to stuff like this, or any other podcast that's promoting any sort of personal, professional development, self-improvement, and you're trying to do the best that you can to actually adhere to the information that's being provided, it puts you on another level. It puts you not where you were, because you're more informed than you were prior to listening to what you were listening to. So you would hope that you would put this exercise into play and, just go from there. You know what I mean? Take the information and just run with it. Like, figuratively and literally. Get off your butt and go ahead and get exercise. But for the most part, like I said, I just want to just keep people informed and let people understand that you're in a situation where in the United States, they're not here to tell you like, oh yeah, you got to be healthy, man. You got to make sure that you put your money away for a rainy day. You got to remember, you're not always going to be young. You're going to get older. You want to make sure that you're financially well secure. You want to make sure that you're taking care of your health. These are things that are said by individuals that promote personal and professional development, but these aren't things they're not introduced to the masses. Okay? So, to me, I mean, I'm not knocking trigonometry or nothing like that, or you know, telling you what's an acute angle or anything like that. I understand people, you know, we need architects and stuff like that. So, like, of course, we need our buildings. But for the most part, the things that we're not teaching our kids in school are, you know, health management, which is like basically like nutrition, exercise. You know, people can say, oh, well, we got health class and we got PE. Like, no, you're not truly teaching people to live and sustain healthy lifestyles. You know, we should be teaching our kids time management. We're not teaching kids time management. So then that way they know how to manage their time a lot better. So it's not being wasted scrolling down on an Instagram feed. You know what I mean? That's one of those other things. As well as finances. You know, you want to teach them math, teach people how to balance a checkbook. Well, back in the day they used to use a checkbook. Now, you know, obviously we got check cards and stuff like that, and tap cards and all that. But at the end of the day, they can still learn and try to track their finances as well as keep tally on their receipts. You know, teach that. You know, so, you know, like I said, we're just here trying to become better, trying to help everybody become better, stay better, have a healthier mind, reach a healthier lifestyle, whether that be, you know, being right with your creator or the universe or whatever you believe in, you know, staying physically fit to a point where that if you are falling off or something, you can literally at least pull yourself up to save your own life as well as maybe save someone else's. You know what I'm saying? Getting right with your headspace, making sure that you're mentally clear, doing what you're supposed to do in reference to God's work, being a great steward, being a great human being, taking care of your family, your community, doing things that need to get done, you know, and just making sure that you've got money for a rainy day. But anyway, take care. Godspeed. Greatly do appreciate you guys listening this week. Next week's our season finale, and hopefully we can go ahead and end this thing off great with a bang. But until next time, friends, become the GOAT, never sheep, and don't sleep on your dreams.